Welcome to March Madness. I'm Rob Weingarten. Now, by the end of this weekend, the NCAA Men's Basketball Conference champions will be crowned. The brackets will be set and the field of 68 will be ready to go. Now, that bracket's going to be downloaded millions of times. Everyone's going to be filling it out, trying to predict a winner. In fact, a whole lot of people will be filling out brackets who haven't watched a minute of college basketball all season. But what we're going to concentrate on right now are the futures. That's the odds for any one team to make it all the way through the dance and cut down the nets in Minneapolis on April 8th. So you know what? Let's start at the top. We're going to start with the Duke Blue Devils. They've been the prohibitive favorite all season long, from the moment Zion Williamson and RJ Barrett stepped on the floor. In fact, Duke right now is at 9-4 odds, even though Zion Williamson has been out since February 20th with a knee injury. Now, he's expected back this week for the ACC tournament, and if he looks like Zion Williamson, then you can expect those odds on Duke to actually come down. Here's the point. If you're going to play Duke, play him now. The odds are only going to get lower. They'll only go up if either Williamson or Barrett gets injured, and if that happens, you don't want to bet on him anyway. Duke's the favorite. If they're the team you want, you've got to get your action in on them now. But I'll tell you something. I'm actually laying off Duke this time around. Not into the Blue Devils. Why? They're freshmen. They're not tournament tested. Williamson may be a little bit rusty, and the team that's at the top of the table rarely makes it all the way through. In fact, Duke may not even be the best team in the ACC right now. The North Carolina Tar Heels are hitting their stride at just the right time. The Heels are currently at 10-1 odds, and an ACC title will definitely get them a number 1 seed. Regardless of that, they'll be no less than a 2 seed once the tournament gets underway. This is a balanced team. They've got the rarest of commodities in college basketball right now. North Carolina has senior leadership. Guards Cameron Johnson, Kenny Williams, and center Luke May are all seniors. They were part of the 2017 title team. Kobe White, super talented freshman. This team struggled a little bit early. Right now they are confident. They've beaten Duke a couple of times. They are dangerous. Now actually, the top-ranked team in the ACC is Virginia. They're 26-2. They've barely lost this season. They're guaranteed a number 1 seed. They're 6-1 to win it all. But Tony Bennett's team has famously flamed out of the last 2 NCAA tournaments, and there's just no way I can trust the Cavaliers. Won't make a play on that team. Here's the beauty of March Madness. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I wrote this script yesterday, and I wrote it under the assumption that Gonzaga would win the Mountain West Conference. They always win. They were playing St. Mary's in the final. They beat St. Mary's by 40 just a couple of weeks ago. St. Mary's held the number 1 offense in the country to 47 points. You know what? I still like Gonzaga. I like them a lot. This is the best team they've ever put on the floor. Rui Hachimura is a star. 20.7 rebounds a game, 6'8". He's going to become the first ever Japanese-born player to be an NBA lottery pick. He scores inside and out. He handles the ball well, sharp passer. Most importantly, he wants the ball in his hands come crunch time. Mark View's team actually beat Duke when Duke was at full strength on a neutral floor. Bonus, 6'10" Killian Tilly is back. Now, he's only played 9 games this season, but he is a true stretch 4, deadly from long range. He blocks shots, he rebounds, and there's a double bonus. Gonzaga's going to be the number 1 seed or number 2 seed out west, and the West is weak this year. And that means the teams that Gonzaga will play out west are going to be traveling a very long distance. They've proven they can make it to the Final Four. This might be the year that Gonzaga cuts down the nets. Now, another team worth looking at, and one of my favorites, we're going to come back to the SEC. I love Tennessee. They're currently 26-2 and currently at 12-1 odds. What makes Tennessee deadly? Athleticism and balance. Everyone handles the ball, they shoot well, they defend. Rick Barnes' team will wear you down and drive you crazy. Their ball movement is a work of art. They've got 5 players averaging double figures in points. They can all hit the open 3, and when they get going, they all hit the contested 3. Grant Williams, true star, but if he has an off day, This team is well suited to overcome that and advance. I like Tennessee a lot, and with those odds, they are definitely worth a play. Now in the SEC, you also have Kentucky. They're talented. I just see them as too inconsistent to make it all the way through. And then there's LSU. 26-5, conference regular season champs, yet right now, falling down the board at 55-1. Coach Will Wade is suspended indefinitely. He was caught up in an FBI wiretap investigation into illegal recruiting. That investigation has the status of freshman guard Javonte Smart up in the air. Naz Reid, who averages 13.7 rebounds, just coming off an injury. There's a lot of distractions with LSU, but there's also a lot of talent. This can go either way. The distractions could bury them, or if they rally around an interim coach, they can make 55-1 pay off in a very big way. Now, as for the Big Ten, Michigan and Michigan State will represent well. I just don't see either one making it all the way. I do like Purdue. I really like Purdue, and they're currently 30-1 odds, despite being the regular season champs in the Big Ten. They're 23-8 overall. 6'1" Carson Edwards, he's outright electric. He shoots long range, takes it to the hole, dishes it off, 23 points, 3.5 assists, 3 rebounds a game. Now beyond him, the Boilermakers are big. They're big and long, anchored in the middle by 7'3" in center Matt Harms. This team defends, they shoot, and they shut off the paint, and that makes them dangerous come tournament time. That's just a quick preview. We'll have more when the brackets are set, so keep coming back to BetDSI.com. Have fun, play it smart.